Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back to another lap time challenge on Gran Turismo 7. PD hooked us up with a special one. We have the Mercedes-AMG Motorsport Virtual Championship. That brings us to Monza this time, and we have to drive, of course, in the Mercedes-AMG GT from 2020. The car is equipped with racing soft tires, and the current world record is set at a 146.3. That leaves us to beat currently at least a 149.5. Other than the current lap time challenges, we have 4 weeks to do this one, so take your time, do a proper lap and get yourself the credits. But let's get right into the guide. So as usual, starting into your lap, you want to make sure you carry a high amount of speed out of that last corner. Then push the car over to the left hand side of the track, and the brake point you want to look for is the 150 meter board on the left hand side or the right hand side of the track, you can choose. So just after that 150 meter board on the left, brake hard in a straight line, go down to the very first gear, go for a late turn in, then over the curb to the right hand side of the track to have a good entry into this left hander, let it roll over the corner, then open up the steering and immediately in first gear flat out. So this is the first crucial exit and you want to get this damn right to carry momentum and high speed to this right hand corner. I usually never use TC, but if you feel better then you may also use TC setting 1. Then carry high amount of speed, keep it on the right, and then you have the barrier with the red marking on the right hand side after 150 meter board. Again, brake hard in a straight line, this time go down to second gear, then trail braking onto the left hand side corner, let it roll over that, short power input, rolling over this curb again, and then immediately flat out and use all the width of the track. Then shortly flat out, and then the 50 meter board on the left hand side is already your next brake marker. Shortly after this one, give it a short tap to the brakes, then down to third gear, let the car rotate and roll into this corner, and then gently back to the power, then go flat out and again use all the width of the track. Then again the next brake marker is that 50 meter board again, but this time you want to brake dead at that 50 board. Give it a short tap again, let the car roll over the inside curb, keep it in third, and then immediately flat out and again use all the width and the curb of the track. And this is again a crucial exit, so make sure you don't brake too much and carry good momentum and high speed to this small back straight. Then over to the right hand side of the track, and right after the 150 meter board again you have a red marking on the barrier. That is your next brake marker, so brake hard and go down to third gear, then use some trail braking and go over the left hand side curbs. Then fully flat out again and keep it flat out through this right hander, try to get a good line. And once you go over this left hand side curb, go up to fourth gear and keep it flat out. Again, use all the width of the track and the curb on the right. And by that you should be able to carry a high speed to this long back straight before you want to search for that very last brake marker, which is shortly after the 100 meter board on the left hand side here. Again, brake hard in a straight line and go down to third gear, then let the car rotate into the corner and let it roll for a bit, gentle power input, and you want to search for that second lamppost on the right hand side, or latest when you see that red marking on the barrier. Then immediately go flat out, try to push the car to the right hand side of the track for the shortest distance to the finish line, and make sure you get a gold time and 2 million credits in this challenge. And let's review this lap once more from chase cam. So starting into your lap, make sure you carry a good amount of speed out of the last corner. Then you want to go over to the left hand side of the track. And right after that, the first brake marker you want to search for is that 150 meter board on the left hand side. Shortly after this one, brake hard in a straight line and go down to very first gear, late turn in over the curb on the right, try to keep it to the right to have a good entry into this left hander, let it roll, and once you open up the steering, fully flat out in first gear and try to keep the car on the right hand side while accelerating. Keeping it to the right hand side of the track through this right hander. The next one you want to search for is right after the 150 meter board. There is a red marking on the barrier on the right. So just next to this one, brake hard in a straight line again, down to second, cut a lot of the curb on the left, short power input over the curb on the right, and then use all the width of the track, keeping it flat out immediately. Then right after the 50 board, give it a short tap to the brakes, down to third, let the car rotate and turn into this right hander before going flat out and using the curb on the left. Now dead right at the 50 board, brake again shortly, down to third, over the curb on the right, and as early as possible back to the power again to carry momentum and high speed to this little back straight. Now go over to the right hand side of the track, and the next brake marker will again be after the 150 meter board. There will be a red marking on the barrier, so brake at this one, down to a third gear, cut a lot of the curb on the left, then immediately flat out through this section, and once you go over the curb on the left, upshift to fourth and use all the width of the track at the exit of this corner. Now going down this last back straight towards the last right-hander, you want to go to the left-hand side of the track, and then your very last brake marker is shortly after the 100 board on the left. Brake hard down to 3rd gear, late turn in, let the car rotate and roll into this corner, and at the second lamppost or this red barrier marking on the right, go flat out again, push the car over to the right-hand side of the track for the shortest distance to the finish line, and get yourself a gold time and 2 million credits. So what are my thoughts on the AMG challenge? I think this one is a quite nice addition to the weekly challenges we already have, especially since this week PD messed this topic up a little bit. I think the car is quite nice and easy to drive. It's really easy to get to push the car and experience the boundary conditions of the car, the track and yourself. And since we have 4 weeks time, you can do quite a few laps to get yourself the 2 million credits at the end of the challenge. So if this guide helped you out, I'd be happy if you drop a like, share this video and subscribe to the channel. And then I hope to see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching again and bye bye.